As war erupted and raged across the Ukraine, we all watched in disbelief at the suffering of its poor citizens. But beneath all the destruction, underneath all the rubble, God showed his voice. Welcome to Center Court. I'm Sean Schultz, and we're joined by Vera Lytochenko.
Very good. What was your experience at the start of this entire situation? Like, how did it start? What's your memory of it?
Many people told about war before it began, but I didn't believe. I thought it's just talking. It's just people will talk about it and we will forget about this. But in the early morning, 24th of February, in 5 o'clock, I've heard explosions. And I can't believe for this. Even then, I thought it's some kind of firework in the morning, and I didn't want to wake up. I told myself, no, it's just firework. No, it's just war. I will not believe. And then when I got up and I look at my window, I saw people running somewhere and many policemen in the streets, and I heard a siren, and I switch off TV, and I heard that our airports were bombed, and yes, I understand that it's not firework, it's serious, and something terrible began.
Did you were in where? Kharkiv?
Yes, I'm in Kharkiv, my native city.
Are you still there?
Yes, I'm still there in my house in Kharkiv.
How is the current condition on the ground there? Is there a lot of explosions, fighting?
No, we don't have fighting. We don't have Russian troops in Kharkiv. No, we didn't have them. But we have bombing and shelling from outside the city and from the territory of Russia. And we have bombing from planes and from artillery. I'm not good at weapon. I don't know, but yes, I can hear sound of explosions almost every day, 24/7.
Is all your family and friends safe? To their knowledge, are their homes safe?
Our home is partly safe. My street is very small, but it was bombed 2 times. The first shell destroyed our plumbing, and then the other one dropped just near our house, and it destroyed our windows. So there has been an explosion, and we don't have windows now. Yeah, it was my window. But not in the whole house, in some flats, but in my flat as well. And I've been in my flat where it happened. I went up from the cellar to my flat to bring some clothes and for internet, because I had an interview at BBC. And I went up to talk to journalists, and this moment, this bomb drop near our house, it was a terrible sound, and the windows broke, and it was in live stream. Oh my God. Yes, and now I don't have windows in my flat, but I still can stay here for some not long time. We fixed something with windows with all things we can fix it. I don't know how to say it in English, but it's okay. Our flat is not destroyed, but we just lost windows. And honestly, to be in the flat is dangerous. And now I have a risk being there, because if the bomb drop just in our flat, it will explode.
Right.
Now I'm in corridor because it's a safer place in the flat. It will be destroyed the last. The most safer place is in the cellar, but I catch a cold and I have allergy to dust, and it's hard to breathe for me. And I try not to spend there much time. And I'm trying to spend some time here in the flat. Now I'm in the flat of my neighbor because we have windows there.
Do you think see the time coming where you're going to have to flee and escape?
Many people tell me that I must flee, I must leave. Me and my father made a decision, our strong decision, long ago, that we will not leave. And because, first of all, Kharkiv is our native city, and we will not leave it. Why should we leave our home? And we have many people who can't leave. We have many animals we can leave. And we have families with children. We have families with old parents, and we don't want to leave because we don't want to be refugees. We want to live in our city. We want to work here. We want to help our friends and all people in Kharkiv. And now there are many people in Kharkiv who strong decided to stay here. Yes, it's dangerous, but we understand it. We realize the danger, but we are trying to keep ourselves safe, and we are trying to do everything we can to protect our city and to keep life in our city and to help to each other.
Do you think that the time may come where you personally have to fight?
Repeat, please.
Do you think the time is coming where you personally may have to fight, pick up a weapon, defend your home?
No, no. I'm not a soldier. I will not. I will never hold an arms in my hand. I will never hit someone. I'm a pacifist. I will not do it. I have my own fight. My fight is to show strength, to show determination, and to give people hope, and just to help someone, to help people in our cellar, to my neighbors, to their children, to my animals. This is my fight.
To your point, there's more than one way to fight, and I think you're certainly doing that.
I'm trying.
Gandhi, for example, never picked up a weapon. Well, at least later in life, never picked up a weapon. In the United States, we had a woman named Rosa Parks who just sat down on the bus and sparked the civil rights movement. Your story came to me because I saw it on the news, so that shows you that the weapon of choice you're using is working. Now, before this, did you ever care about politics? Did you think about Russia, Putin, any of that?
I'm not good in politics. I have never interested in politics, and honestly, I don't know the names of politicians, and it's not my team at all. This is my father, нет. I'm trying to be not in politics, and I told everybody that I will not talk about politics, and About Russia, you know, it's quite difficult thing because Kharkiv is mostly Russian-speaking city, and my native language is Russian, but I consider myself as Ukrainian. I'm Russian-speaking Ukrainian. I can speak both Russian and I hope that Russian people don't want this war in their hearts, because how can it be? How can people wish to have a war? And I hope that they are under pressure of TV and ideology, because I don't know how can it happen, how people can want war to happen. And I've heard that one of the reasons of this war is to protect Russian-speaking people in Ukraine from Nazism. It's absurd. It's ridiculous. It sounds ridiculous for us because we are Ukrainians. We speak Russian all our lives, and no one done something bad with us because we speak Russian, and we never saw any Nazist in Kharkov. It's ridiculous, and we don't want anyone to protect us from whom? From our own people. It's I can't get it. It's impossible, and you know, maybe that's all.
Well, it's a good point you bring up, because a lot of the justification that President Putin is using is to liberate the Russian Ukrainians from these areas.
I don't know what Miserians you are talking about, because we had a normal life before war. I'm a classical musician and I work in orchestra. I had a good salary. I had normal life. I had opportunity to travel. I had everything I need, and I never felt something like discrimination. And even if we have some political conflicts, it's inside of our country, and we have debates, and we have peaceful instruments to
address it, to vote, to protest, to
yes, to vote. Yes, we may vote. Yes, we vote, and it's normal process. We have democracy in Ukraine, so we don't want anyone to protect us from anything.
So, without going into the politics aspect of it, you think that that's a false narrative, that somehow the people in your position, Russian Ukrainians, are somehow crying out for liberation? You think Mr. Putin is not accurate in that statement?
Of course, he's absolutely false. It's not true. We don't need any liberation.
Good. What made you want to start doing the music? Where did the idea come from? Because I can imagine you're very scared and nervous down there.
Oh, yes. We were very nervous and worried and scared first days, and I can't play first days. I was shocked. I'm still shocked. But then I saw my student in video in Facebook. My student Maria played in subway, in underground station. It's a bomb shelter, and she brought her violin with her to underground station, and she began to play for the people around her. And she loaded video to internet with her music. And I saw this video, and I decided that yes, I must do something like this, because if this young girl is so have so much strength and bravery to do it, to play during this nightmare, so maybe I must find some strength to do something like this. And I began to play for my neighbors, first of all, and for my friends. I loaded video for my friends, they can see that I'm alive and I'm okay. And I didn't expect such a huge feedback, and I've done it not for any success. It's just to support people, to distract them.
You know, I'm just a usual girl who used to live her normal life with her normal human problems. I've never wanted to be a hero. I've never wanted to be famous, especially by this price.
You have a beautiful gift. I was sitting with my friends yesterday, and we're debating and a bunch of different stuff, and we're very passionate and distracted. And the news is on, we don't care. And then your story comes on, and the sound of the violin, everybody just stopped and just stared. And be honest, we're not emotional types, but everybody had tears in their eyes. So it is a gift, and it can do everything. It's your weapon.
Yes, it's my weapon. It's my only weapon.
It's a good weapon to have. It's a window to the soul. So have you gotten tired of doing it yet? Like, are you still doing it? Because I know you left the bomb shelter.
I hope I will have opportunity to go on playing, and I loaded my last video yesterday, and I have plans to maybe to connect with my friends and to do something together, maybe on video. We have some experience during COVID. We played distantly with each other. Maybe we will do some projects together. Maybe with someone who is abroad. It's in our plans. It's maybe we will manage to do it. But if I will if I will be fine, I will go on playing.
I do piano, so I don't have the type of level of skill that you guys do.
Okay, we could play together.
I wish I would. Yeah, we just play household items. So that's about it for us. What would you like folks in the United States to do to help? What do you think we can do?
Honestly, honestly, I don't know what people can do to stop the war. I'm not a politician. I can't. If I can do something, if I can say do something and it will be work, I will do it. But I don't know honestly, and I don't want to ask for a pity. I don't want to ask for anything. Maybe just I want this world to know that Ukrainians don't want to be refugees, and if Ukrainians leave our country, it's not for good life, or it's not for to complain and to be pity and to ask for money. It's they are protecting their children. First of all, I don't have my own children, so I can risk myself. It's just about my own life. But people with children, they have to think about their life. So yes, of course they left Ukraine to protect their children. I understand them. So maybe what can I ask, and to give a shelter to those people and to help them to stay abroad while then they can return to Ukraine, and when the war finish, they will return. I believe, I know it, because all my friends tell me that they dream about returning home to rebuild our country, and we just waiting this war to stop, to return our normal life, and to rebuild everything that we are lost. And maybe I want people to know that We don't feel fear now. We are determined to fight, and we don't want a conflict. We don't want a war conflict. We are a peaceful nation, and we have never wanted to start this war. No, we just wanted to follow our way, our own way, and to live our own life, to play our own music, and this is our only one dream.
What do you look forward once this horrible war is over to doing in Kharkiv? What is it like? What are your favorite things to do in your city?
Oh, now it's so many places, so many buildings that I love are damaged, not destroyed, but damaged. And I dream about rebuilding the soul after war, but just now it's little too early to think about it, because now the only one purpose is this war to stop. This is the only one thing we can do. We can think now.
What did you like doing before the war?
Sorry?
Before the war, what did you like doing? What did you love about your city before the war?
Oh, I love my city. I'm a real fan of my city, and I love to go on foot to my jobs. I have 3 jobs. I a teacher and I a violin player, and I love to take in photo. It's my hobby to take in photo of Kharkiv. I love to take photo of old buildings in Kharkiv, of some picturesque place, and of animals and trees and plants and buildings and streets. I just love to show my city to people who come, and I always told to my foreign friends that they should come to Kharkiv and see it, because it's very clean and peaceful and friendly city. And I traveled a lot during my life. I had many concert tours in many countries. I visited many countries in Europe and Asia, and I have friends all over the world. And I always say that I have never wanted to leave my city. I had an opportunity to go abroad before war, to work abroad in other countries, but I just didn't want it. I just didn't want to leave. It's my city, and I want to stay here and work here.
I have a friend. She's in Ireland. She's a young singer. She plays basically on the street and such, and she's been offered record deals, tours, and she says, I appreciate it, but I just want to play where I play. I want to be home. That's what I'm in love. Not in love with the idea of making a record. I love my music. So you and I, let's make one deal, okay? A year from now, in a safe, free, and independent Ukraine, we can meet up for a coffee or something in Kharkiv. How's that?
Okay, with pleasure.
Okay, perfect. Well, I won't take up much of your time. So thank you very much for joining us. Very much appreciate it.
Thank you so much.